I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite topics today, and that is creativity. So I'm not a scientist, I'm not a researcher, nothing. I'm just a normal guy, a designer. Not that the scientists and researchers are not normal guys, they're normal guys as well, but designers are sexier. So I'm going to try and talk about creativity from a designer's angle of view. We're going to do a couple of exercises, like draw stuff, and I want to see how creative my audience is. And then I'm going to do some blah, 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 like I already said, like just talk a lot and show some fancy schmancy pictures, then talk more, and then you are going to talk. The usual, like the standard approach to a speech. So, but I'm going to start with asking you a question. Do we have any designers in the audience? Wow, nice. Do we have any other creative types, like architects, agency people? Nice, lots of hands. So I hope you're gonna at least have something to take away from my speech today. And later when you go home, you start thinking about it. You're gonna start maybe doing some stuff that we do here just to, grow your creativity. Or not, it's up to you. So I start with a story, like always. Like the standard approach to speech is like a story. So it's not a problem, but it's just a nice story. When I was invited here to this conference, and then I was told that it would be awesome I give a speech about something. So the something was the most difficult part for me. So I was sitting home. It was a early morning, maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. My wife was watching TV, like morning news. My kid was eating his morning porridge. So I was there, like reading this email, and you should give a speech. And I was like, oh no, what should I say? Should I invent a lie? Why not to do that? Because I'm not afraid of like public speech, but creativity is such a, like when you ask a designer like to talk about it, it's mostly about creativity or design. So it's why it's such a big topic that it's really difficult to find this specific angle. Like should I talk about like user interfaces? Should I talk about user experience? By the way, we had a really nice UX talk yesterday. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go like full visual, because I'm a visual designer. I've been a visual designer for my whole life. And so I was sitting there like thinking, I need a creative topic. I need a creative topic. And then my child was like, hey, Dad, look, a volcano. So what she was basically doing, she like made a mountain out of the porridge. She put some butter in there and started to like flow there, like it's like a volcano. I was yeah, it's nice, it's cool. I'm gonna come and take a look later. I was like, I need to, like, what should I write them? And she was then again like, look, like there's a crater. So she was basically eating all the insides out and nice. So, and later she was like, hey, that's an ocean. So it was like some of the porridge left, so she poured like milk in there, that was ocean. And like later when I figured out that, okay, I'm gonna talk about discovering your creativity, it sounds like a fancy topic, I started to think about what she actually did at the same time when I was trying to figure out the story. So she actually showed like extreme creativity at that moment to me, and I didn't notice it, which is awesome. I mean, your childhood is like where your creativity starts, and it's not something. Creativity is not something that you can learn. You can learn ways of expressing your creativity, like design, architecture, media. Like I said, like all these creative, like even musicians. It's like just a way of expressing your creativity. But creativity starts from the childhood. It's something that you learn throughout your life. It's all the experiences that you gather, and you express those later. So that's the schedule for today. Okay, I entered the stage. I did the intro. Check. Nice. So the next thing, joke. Let's get into it, right? Yeah. So let's make fun about my name. So the joke number one is my name. My name is Maido. I'm a designer, like I said, and why my name is so fun? It's like you can do fun stuff with it. So when you change one letter in it, it means milk in Finland. So every time I go to Finland, I try to avoid saying my name, because then everyone is like, when you turn it around, it means nothing, which is awesome. I think it's awesome, so I should actually change my name. No, but when your name has a meaning, I think it's like really awesome. And it somehow, I think like back then when I was born, like my parents didn't think about it, it should have a meaning. Sometimes you get a name assigned to you, so to say, which has a meaning. So in Japan, I actually checked a guy yesterday, he told me that my name in Japan means something like a, what's it called? Regular customer. Like someone who comes back all the time, like an annoying person. Something like that, so awesome. My name has a meaning, but then it doesn't again. Done with the joke, awesome. So I was born 1981. I was born from these two beautiful people in southern part of Estonia. That's where I come from. So most of the creative guys come from southern Estonia. Most of the business guys come from northern Estonia. That's why the capital city is in north, because everyone moves there, starts businesses, I had two brothers. At an early age of, I think, 2 years, they already knew like what they want to do in the future. My twin brother had like lots of muscles. He had all that stuff that the girls like so much. Like the other brother had another talent. Like he was reading books all the time, like 24/7. He was just reading. So he was the favorite of the teachers all the time, and that's me. So what was left there? I didn't have muscles. I wasn't really a huge fan of reading books either. So I had to find another ways of like absorbing creativity, or starting to express my creativity. So yeah, that was one way for me. I always had problems with finding out who I wanted to be, what I wanted to do in the childhood. Everyone know, like in the 90s, in Estonia, every girl knew that they want to be ballerinas and they want to be women, basically. All the guys wanted to be car owners, which is okay as well. But I had like huge issues defining my purpose in this world. So the meaning of life was non-existent for me. But in the kindergarten, I think I was 3 or 4 years old. There was a really funny moment in my life when I think back to it. That's the first time actually in my life where I expressed my feelings in a creative way. So what happened? I'm going to tell you soon. But first, I'm going to do a quick experiment with you. So imagine anger, a feeling, like a really strong feeling, which mostly or really like often ends up in doing something, like just walking away, defending yourself, crying, whatever, things like that. So I give you 15 seconds. Take your paper, take your pen and pencil, and draw anger. Just draw anger. Easy, simple. So time is going now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 40, 50. So, pencils away. Everyone who drew something, hold your paper up facing me. Let's see what you have. So let's start from here. What's that? Anger. A huge black hole, basically, which is awesome. The same here, black hole. Angry face. Angry face. What is this? Like an X? Anger, nice. Denial. Ah. Nice, a whirlwind. Like a tornado? Nice, black hole. Lots of black holes. Guys, what's going on? Black eyes. Big teeth. What's that? Aha, something. It's like stuff going on. Mess. Black. Angry face. When I would do this test with my now 6-year-old daughter, she would probably hand me a paper where you have either nothing, because I think we really haven't been angry with her yet, which is kind of okay. But I did this test yesterday with her, and what she actually drew was also like a sad face, like mouth plus 2 eyes, that's it. So when you ask people to draw emotions, it's one of the most difficult tasks because, like, especially when you look at the creative angle of it, because people actually draw, especially older people, they draw what they have seen or experienced throughout their life. So mostly, I guess, for most of you guys, anger means a angry face, or like a sad face, or something like a moment from your life which involves darkness. Like, I don't know, someone died or something, It's like almost always the same thing. So why is that? I'm gonna explain that later, but let's first try and draw satisfaction as well. So it's the opposite, like basically happiness, but I'm gonna call it satisfaction. I'm gonna give you another 15 seconds, and draw satisfaction, so the opposite of anger. And time goes now. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40. And time is up. So, how many of you managed to draw satisfaction / happiness? Let's see. Home, cloud, sun, car. Wow, nice, I like it. Heart, a straight line. Can you explain that? Satisfaction. No emotions, no nothing, no heartbeat, no nothing, just a straight line. Awesome. I like that. So let's go here. Sun. How many has sun? How many of you have sun? How many of you have happy face? Nice. What else? Is there anything else like other than happy face and sun? Star. Okay. Lots of hearts, lots of icons, flowers, everything. Yeah. Okay. So you probably have experienced satisfaction or happiness in your life together with some kind of other, let's say, event in your life, like birthday, someone else's birthday, marriage, whatever, such things. I think it's again, like, there's lots of research out there which shows that older people tend to draw stuff which they have experienced in their life, and that's actually one of the definitions of creativity. Like I mentioned in the beginning as well, creativity is it has nothing to do with art. It has nothing to do with drawing or music or like specific things, because these are just methods of expressing your creativity. Creativity is basically your whole life experience, all the sad moments, all the positive moments, all the moments that mean nothing to you as well. So I'm gonna tell you this story about my kindergarten times. So there was basically my teacher who, I think I was 5 years old. There was my teacher who ordered everyone to go outside because it was really like a sunny weather. Sorry about that. It was winter, it was cold. Like in Estonia, we have sometimes winter with -20 to -30 degrees. Can you imagine that? But it's white. Winter is, yeah, it's basically the only clean season in Estonia. There's no dirt, no nothing. So it's just white snow. So you play in there and you make like snowman and stuff. I didn't want to play with anyone. And someone had issues with that, so he went to the teacher, said, he wants snow. So the teacher came to me and we had an argument. I mean, I was like 5, like this. She was like, and of course, I was tired at listening to her and I walked away at some point. And I got grounded for that. I never really understood why. I mean, because can't the child have a normal discussion / conversation slash argument with his teacher. What's so wrong with that? There's nothing wrong in that. But I got grounded because that's the rules. If you don't play, you get grounded. So I needed to figure out some way how to pay back. So I had this crazy, awesome idea. So I was sitting there in the classroom alone. We had this really huge and beautiful aquarium. It's called aquarium, right? Yeah, okay, thingy. Okay, awesome. So there was lots of these small, tiny, cute fishies swimming there. And then we had this huge bookshelf. Many, many kilograms of literature. And there was one specific book which I personally really liked. It's an Estonian mythological character, yeah, person, figure. Toel the Great. So in Estonian you say suur tõll. Can anyone say suur tõll? Suur tõll. Nice. When you go to Finland, they can't. Like when you go 100 kilometers away from Estonia, no one can say tõll. Here everyone can. Awesome. Anyway, this guy just was a huge, giant mythological hero. Did some heroic stuff now and then, and got killed in the end, blah, blah, blah. So it was a book that I really liked. It was a huge book, like with heavy covers and heavy paper, like the pages. So I took it. I put it on the floor. No, sorry, on the table. Yeah, I was tall enough. I opened it. Then I took all the nice little cute fishy lines out of the aquarium. I put them on the pages, nicely in a flower shape, of course. And I closed the deal. So that was my way of expressing my anger at that moment. And I did it subconsciously, which is awesome. I mean, I didn't even think about, I need a solution, I need something, whatever. Like today, when you try to fix a problem, you start thinking about, like, how should I approach this issue? Should I do this? Should I do that? Is this too much? Is it like enough to show what I actually mean? So I had to express, and I did it subconsciously. Fishy line, spooky line, closed. That's it. Later, of course, I got grounded again. They called my parents and stuff, and I got, like, the stuff. But I was happy at that moment. That was the greatest moment in my life at that time. And this is like where I really, when I start thinking back to that moment, this is where I really started to do things also consciously, just to be different from others. Because I saw that in the end, the result was not too bad, actually. I didn't get beaten up or something, sometimes you get like slapped and stuff. So it was okay. And there's actually in Estonia, there's an artist now. I noticed it a year or two ago, who does pictures with fish skin. So he also, it's a woman, puts it also, I guess, like between something, some kind of paper or something, and she does art. Maybe that's my teacher. So I actually hope that I somehow helped her invent this idea, which is nice. And that was like 25, 26, whatever, 30 years ago. Anyway, because we talk about like childhood and kindergarten already, I have a couple of keywords for you. I just want to check like what we talked so far about, what I talked about was, does it somehow affect how you think? Or like subconsciously, did you actually change something in the approach that we had before? Like you just draw something out of experience. So I'm gonna give you 4 or 5 keywords. Try to draw a picture for me. So you have like 10 seconds for each picture. And we're gonna start with baby. So take your papers, take your pens, draw me a baby in 10 seconds. No, let's do it 5 seconds. Let's do it 5 seconds. Starts now. Five seconds, over. So, who of you draw a circle with one curly hair on top of it? Ah? Nice. who draw a circle with several curly hairs? Cool. Anyone else draw anything else? Like something different, totally different, besides from circle and curly hair? Sorry? Creighton. Okay. Cradle, yeah. What's here? Nice, that's called a thingy, like the thingy, you know, the fake titty. Yeah. So, where's the baby? Ah, baby, and if I this speech bubble thing, so it's basically crying or doing something. Ah, this thing, yeah, awesome. Hey, baby chef, who actually draw like the baby, real baby with hands and legs and stuff? Just the hands. Yeah, because the bottom part is in the thingy, what's it called, the towel thingy, you know that. Okay, nice. Have you actually ever seen a baby with a one curly hair on the head? Who has? No one. You have actually. Was it you or was it your sister or someone else? You. Awesome. Nice. But most of the people never have seen a baby in real life with a one or several curly hairs on the head. How comes that you draw that? What do you think? Like where this comes from? Cartoons. Nice. Sorry? Yeah? WhatsApp. I'm probably the only person in the world who doesn't have WhatsApp. Awesome. I need to check that out. What was here? Cartoons. Just, yeah, exactly. I mean, why cartoons? I mean, cartoons today are also created for my generation, your generation. And it's also one way of expressing creativity. So the animated way, the cartoonish way. And why everyone likes it so much, why everyone remembers it so good, it's because it's so simple. It's a simplified way. Cartoons are a simplified way of expressing creativity, like showing stuff to people that they maybe haven't experienced yet or have, but still it's done in a really simple way because it's so much easier for the people to understand. And it stays here. It's not like these complicated things, you sometimes forget about them in an hour. Like some stuff that we talk about here today, you will probably have forgotten in 30 minutes already, which is totally okay, because some of the things don't matter at all. Like I said, design has nothing to do with creativity. I'm a designer, I'm just talking about the creative, like design angle of creativity. So next thing, let's draw a house. Again, 5 seconds, and time goes now. 4, 5, stop. So, again, question, who drew a house like the ground, the box, the roof, and the chimney? Nice. Anyone without the chimney? So what was it? Oh, most of the hands, okay, without the chimney. So it was just a box with a roof. And was it like this kind of roof? No? Which kind of roof was it? Ah, so we have a big house. Ah, you see? Why did the other guys, how many of you drew this kind of roof? Okay, most of you, why? Can you tell me the reason why? Do you have small houses? Okay, that's how you did it back when you were younger. Okay, anyone else? Okay, so this is a traditional house. That's how you built houses when you were younger. Any other ideas? Okay. Oh, again, like simplified approach to architecture. Like you have a book in your childhood, like a coloring book, a drawing book, whatever, and there's this simplified shape. Again, it's this kind of stuff which you will remember forever. Did anyone like draw a castle or something really complicated, an architectural marvel or something? Like, did anyone draw their own house? Because I never mentioned that you can't draw it. I just said, draw me a house. But still everyone went with this simplified shape. You see, again, there's lots of research out there which shows that you will remember that until you are 80 and 90, 100 years old, you will still draw the same house. Only moment in your life where you actually think differently, and it's not even sad, it's your childhood. So when I asked my child to draw a house, what she did was draw the ground. She drew a big house with 2 windows, with a door, with another window here, a tree here, a tree there. Okay, I gave her 10 seconds, but the point is still the same. Chimney, birds, stuff, all like that. And it was actually much more realistic and much closer to what she has experienced in her life. And not only that, because it had elements of different houses. It had elements of my grandparents' house, my wife's grandparents' house, my apartment in the city. All the elements were there because she had absorbed it and she remembered it. And she will probably forget about these things as well. Her life in 20, 30 years will be as simple as ours. It's all about simple shapes, simple keywords. So creativity, when you think about it in 21st century, such a bold topic, such like full of air actually. There's nothing. Creativity is actually just a fancy word of saying we should express things in a simple way. That's it. Think creatively. Okay, I draw a shape like that. Everyone knows it's Nike. So what does it have to do with shoes or something? So anyway, another thing. Draw me sky. Again, 5 seconds and time goes now. And time is up. So, who drew like the earth shape? Was there anyone who drew earth shape first or at all? Okay, so you combined your earth shape with something else. What was it? Clouds, okay. Okay, birds, nice. Same things? Sky, line, just a line, okay. Who drew just the sky, like clouds and maybe sun or something? Okay, okay, see? Details again, which is nice. I mean, that's, when you look at the sky, you actually, most of the time you don't see the ground because you are tall. There's a really good example I'm going to show you later. There's a really good example of how children see things because they are like that. And there's another way how like people see things because they are taller. Most of the people didn't draw the ground because it doesn't matter. Not because I said draw the sky, but they don't actually notice the ground at all. It's again things like when you get older, you start forgetting, stop noticing things. So let's try one more, and then after that, let's try one more, and that's the last one. So draw me morning. 5 seconds again. All right, finished. Done? Okay, time's up. So who drew a rising sun, like a ground and a thingy? Okay, couple of hands. We had like almost like 20 or something. So who drew just like let's say horizon? Exactly, that's the word. Who drew just horizon, like just a line or something? Okay, what else? What did you draw? Like I didn't see most of the hands. Can you just name quickly? Okay, mountains, because you live near mountains. On the weekends. Awesome. What is here? Coffee. How many drew coffee? Coffee cup. See, nice. As many hands as before when you had like sun, rising sun and stuff. Coffee as well? And sun, both together. Nice. You have big windows at home probably. You have big windows at home, like where you can look outside when you drink your coffee. Ah, it's on the bay. What did you say? Where your house is? Ah, nice. What's here? Building. So you live in a city. Awesome. Okay. So you see, again, it's the same thing. Let's draw a tree. Draw me a tree. Then that's the final one. So 5 second codes now. Okay, time is over. Who drew a pillar, like a vertical thingy with branches and a bush? Uh-huh. Ah, many trees, exactly, see? Okay, yeah, vertical with a thingy on top of it. Again, vertical with how many had like just like this and that? So nice. So you see, like when I gave the same same exercise to my daughter. Did anyone draw this kind of shape? And do you know why? Can someone tell me why? Okay, you don't have these kind of trees, right? So? Correct, correct. Anyone else? You had the same answer. So who thinks else that he knows the answer? Perspective, right? Is it? Like, that's the same thing that I just explained before, because children are small. They often see things like that. So it's a matter of perspective. They draw trees like that, and when you like follow them throughout their process of growing, it changes. It later changes to a vertical as well. So really simple again. I mean, would you ever, like, when you're like 20, 30, 40 years old, draw a tree like that? Okay, I think that what's it called, the tree that you have here? The cedar. Yeah, is it like similar, a bit similar to its shape? Yeah. It's more like a Christmas tree, but yeah, but still, you see, like, and that's how the children see the things, like totally differently. And then is school. Most awesome time in the life. A huge killer of all kinds of creativity. And that's a fact. Schools, school systems today, they are built on a foundation which is really, how to say, not dynamic at all. It's lots of rules, lots of regulations. There's a strict codec that you have to follow. There's like pretty much all the school systems out there are like only for one thing, to make you, to scare you, to make you, how to say, like to take control of you, to make I want to say, like this also tame you. Yeah. It's basically like robots, but it's big topic. They scare you. They make you scared. They grow you up. You grow up basically so that you are scared of making mistakes. That's what I want to say. So, because like when you make a mistake, when you make something differently, not according to the rules, you get punished. It's like there's a really good example from my school time again in math. I had this one exercise where I had to solve a problem using a mathematical equation. It's called, I think. And I couldn't do it, but still somehow I managed to invent an equation of myself, like myself, and a new equation, which actually all the time gave the same results, and the correct results, which was which was awesome. But still, I got a bad grade because it was not the way how you should do it. So, but at least I was like, I went even to the teacher and said, like, could you just like fix the number a bit, not a 2, which is in Estonia really bad. I got a 3, but no, because like I actually invented something new, or at least I showed some kind of creativity in math, which is basically impossible because math is like even more strict than the school system. Like it's like a really strict system. But no. So, do you know what TED Talks are? Awesome. Do you know who this guy is? Oh, who knows? Who said yes? Okay, Kenneth Robinson. So, it's basically, when I watched his TED Talk 2006, I started to look at education and creativity in a totally different way. He has lots of fancy titles. He's a sir, he's a professor, he's a director, and in my opinion, he's basically one of the only people in the world who are specialists in education and creativity. So what he does is basically teaches other schools, governments, how you should actually approach the school system and to avoid killing creativity. So his 2006 TED Talk about education was called "Do Schools Kill Creativity?" And I really you should really, like, when you go home, like, write it down. You should really Google him or watch his talk in YouTube. You will start thinking about things in a totally different way. So, and also just to mention, there's lots of creative people like right now on the top floor hacking on medical stuff, like medical startups. It's basically a health tech hackathon where young startups build something. So just if you want to see a awesome concentration of creative young people, local people, building some awesome things, expressing their creativity through hardware, software, through design as well, or to even business and marketing, go to the innovation stage. It's the one, the circular big in the center at 6 p.m. We will have this health tech hackathon finals there, and you can listen to these guys, and you can like think and ask questions, and later you can like even vote. There will be a link sent to everyone or displayed on the screen where you can vote which creative approach is, in your opinion, the best. So if you have time, 6 p.m. innovation stage. So I'm going to quickly jump to year 2003. So like I said, like this topic about school and creativity, it's so big. We don't have time for that now. Maybe another time. But still, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what happened in my life, from my experience starting 2003. So I basically moved away from my bubble in South Estonia, where you have like lots of these creative hipster guys. Most of them work in a design studio, do some stuff on the Mac, and awesome. I moved to Tallinn. So the capital city of Estonia is Tallinn. It's like in northern Estonia, about 200 kilometers away from my hometown. The first thing I started to do there is to search for a job. I ended up in a photo studio. Again, another area of expressing your creativity. So why I'm talking about that is just to show like how sometimes changing jobs often makes you a much more creative person than deciding to do that and do that for your entire life. Or stay here 10 years, go there, stay there 10 years, because 10 years is a pretty long time. So if you think about it, in a photo studio, what you do? I was a designer there. I was basically sitting at my computer retouching photos. I was sitting in middle of all those creative guys there who solved aesthetical problems, so to say, using natural light, using artificial light, using shadows, using flashlights, using softboxes, all that gadget. There's some nice gadget called camera. And they did it day to day, and every time I was fascinated looking at them, how they solve problems, how they actually, what they do, and how much effort they actually put in creating the perfect shot. So, and then there was these makeup artists who messed things up. So the cameraman had to sometimes fix the problems that the makeup artist did, and vice versa. And then there was again me, like just a normal guy, a designer, junior at that time. I was sitting at my computer, and my task was to fix the problems that both photographer and makeup artist created. So again, a task or a time in my designer career, like when it started, where I actually already had to like really think about how to solve problems in a creative way. Later, when I moved to financial sector, I used to work in the studio a couple of years. Then later, I was 4 years in financial sector. Things changed. I started to draw again, which was really awesome because, you know, when you work in a bank, I was still like a designer, but I did some other things because the stuff that I did in the past made me really interested in user experience as well, which is like a big part of creativity. Like user experience / creativity, it's basically the same thing. Like experience, it's all about experience. So for me, it was the main topic. It involved a lot of meetings. You probably know like meetings. You sit there, sometimes you're bored. Sometimes you think there's too many meetings. Let me go back to my, whatever I do, I want to just continue doing something, not just sitting and listening. Not that I say that meetings are bad. Like when they are organized really in a good way, they are really useful. But sometimes they are not so. I started you could call it doodling, like just scribbling on my paper. So I expressed my feelings throughout the meeting by drawing the emotions that I have. So that was a meeting about a new product, which I thought was like basically a big failure in the beginning already. So there's a dude, like a project manager, who doesn't get the point. So he's blind, so he's probably falling in there. Or if he's somehow able to avoid it, he will probably step here and get like the feedback later again. Like, I draw stuff like that. It's like when I discuss things with other designers, and that is actually not me. That's the other guy. Like at that moment, he was much better than me, and I just felt like, okay, I gave up, and he was right. And that's the emotion. That's the picture that came out of this emotion. So here, I was just hungry. That's it. So why rabbits? You probably think why rabbits? I just got an Xbox at that time, and I started to play Raymond's Raving Rabbits. You know, these crazy white rabbits. They only make weird sounds and run around. So I had that period in my life as well. It's coming back soon. So I was a huge fan of future stuff. Terminator, of course. Again, a random picture of my colleague, which was a developer. He was a backend developer. That's the thing. That's how I saw him. So that's he, like in this Qt days, like the side which, sorry, like this side, Qt side, which was actually turned towards the window. So I didn't see that much. So the most of the time I saw this. But he was a cool guy. He was like really talented at everything. This is when I fail. So like when there's a meeting because of me, like I do something 2 weeks long, and then there's a meeting about it, and then I basically get told that, yeah, I failed, like I should have done it in a different way. So again, drawing for me is, again, just to repeat, drawing has nothing to do with creativity. These are two different things. It's just, again, a way of expressing your creativity. Now, almost 4 years now, yeah, I work in Skype / Microsoft. And I'm a visual designer. So again, like I've been a designer for my whole life. I've done all the things. Like I started really early. I designed logos. I designed posters. I even designed one font in my life, I think, which never got used. But I can still put it in my CV. I designed a font. Awesome. What I do now is I design user interfaces. I design user experience. But that's only the 50% of the part. So the other 50 is just being creative, drawing nice, beautiful visual things, which most of the time don't work. But like working together with other designers, other creative people, I solve those problems. So there's one thing which these big companies like Skype, Google, Facebook, I guess in Lebanon you have also like such like big companies that have fancy offices, not like boxes and stuff, like just like open space, maybe some creative corner here, maybe you have a kitchen in the office. Like these big companies, and I'm not talking like to make like to advertise them, but they have understood one thing. If you want to grow creativity in your team, if you want to make your people, like your workers, be more creative, invent new things, you need just like 2 key features. First of all, you need to give them some time to like just do things that they want to do. Anything, like they need to have these moments for themselves where they can just take a rest from what they do all the day, to just chill out, whatever. They draw, they chat, they have just a conversation among each other. Because again, one thing in a big community, also here like at this event, one thing which grows your creativity, which makes you like think about stuff, and which generates innovation and inspires others is like when you network, when you talk to each other, when you communicate. So you need these moments in your daily work where you have time just to sit, think, talk, just to be like you. And these big companies, they have understood that. So that's why the company offices, they look most of the time fancy. Everyone else envies them, and everyone else envies them. They try to do the same thing. Sometimes they fail because they don't get the point. They just want to create a fancy office because then people will come work for them because we have a fancy office. In Tallinn, we have an office which is a web studio. I think they have a small pool in the middle of the office. It looks really awesome on the pictures. There's some green stuff there, a small fountain, and you actually don't see anyone even near that fountain. No one cares about the pool. It's just a thing that you can show on the pictures and say, we have a fancy office. Only one who actually gets close to it is the cleaning lady once a week, who changes maybe the water or gives food to the fishes. There's some fishes as well, not between the book. And that's it. So they don't get the point. Like I said, I also do UX, so it involves a lot of writing, creative writing. It's again, and that's like the introduction to my final task to you. It's gonna be a small, actually a no-brainer. It's like really easy. We have to write, or you have to tell me, I give you some time to think. You have to tell me like what you think. You can figure out a slogan or a sentence which you think solves the problem the best. So you imagine, like at work, how many of you have had moments of creative block? Meaning that, like moments where you really like feel yourself under pressure, where you need to do something quick. Let's say someone, like your boss comes to you and tells you, you need to do that, so it has to be ready in 5 minutes. So lots of pressure. How many have been in like these pressure situations? All right. So how many of you have ever experienced the need to, let's say, just to say no, but you didn't say no because like someone gave you a task. You felt like I have to find a solution and you didn't say no. Okay, nice. Who said no? Anyone here who is like actually really brave and says sometimes no as well? Nice. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm also one of those guys. Like, when I feel like, no, it doesn't work in 5 minutes, or I just need to take some time off and think about it, and then I can create it for you in 5 minutes. That's totally okay, but give me some time to think about it. There's a really good story. I think you probably have heard it. It's a story about Picasso in the forest. So he walks there, just chills out, and there's a lady coming the other way, and then she stops Picasso and says, "Hey, could you draw a picture of me, a portrait, in 3 minutes?" Picasso says, "Of course, 5 million. Let's do it." And the lady is like, "What?" And Picasso explains, like, you know, it took me 30 years to learn how to draw a portrait in 3 minutes. So that's the thing, like my point is, be brave enough to take the time and think about stuff and tell to the person who asks you, when you see there's a moment of pressure, just say, okay, I will do it in 5 minutes, but later, let me just think 2 hours. Really simple, and you see like things start to change. The pressure goes away. You maybe a boss even sees, or whatever colleague sees, like, okay, this really works, and it changes them as well. And they later like go to other people, and they already think about it. Okay, maybe I should like give them some more time to think about stuff. Or let's say let's soon come to the exercise. So I had one really interesting discussion, I think 2 days ago, with my colleagues, just on a random street corner. We talked about a situation where, let's say, a DJ comes to you and says, all right, I have this new piece of awesome music, like, I need a poster. You can draw a poster to me, like for this piece of music. So what should I do? Like, what do you mean? What should I do? Like, the designer, do something. Be creative. Do some stuff. Okay, do some stuff. So I can imagine like at least 2 colleagues of mine who would draw a poster, like big poster, purple colors, pink colors, red colors, yellow colors. Then there's because he was a DJ, then there's what's it called, that disc, like huge black disc, the thingy, the vinyl, whatever thingy. Exactly, yeah. And then you have a slogan there, like, new piece of music out, come listen to that song. Or whatever. Like when I started to think about it a day later, I thought, actually I figured already at that moment, I figured out a really awesome solution to this guy's problem, a creative solution, just like subconsciously. At the moment he said it, I had this picture in front of me, and he also described this later. Like, you have a poster, there's a house, there's a window, and there's someone who smashed the window with a stone. And there's a slogan, like, my music is so good, they smashed my window because they won't hear better. Like, like totally different kind of approach. So you approach a problem in a really positive way, in a funny way, and it works often. So that's the thing of creative writing. Let's imagine you have a moment of pressure right now. There's someone coming to you and let's say she's a cook, really good cook, and she asks you to design her latest, like, let's say, main course. She doesn't yet know what it will be, but she wants you to be creative and give her some ideas. So I give you just, again, let's say 30 seconds. And draw me a really beautiful looking main course. Like the components, any components you want to use. I just want to see like how you guys think of creative ways of eating or looking at food. And it's a food exercise because I'm hungry, so we're gonna stop soon. I see some of you are really like hot already. You want to get some free air, so we're gonna finish soon, don't worry. So that's the last one. Yeah. So 15 seconds. You have it already? Oh, do you have a pen? Oh, thanks. Just a moment. Oh, you were drawing actually. Sorry. You see, I'm such a polite guy. I just took a pen away from a guy and gave it to a girl. Awesome. Perfect day. Sorry for that. Okay, all right. So, 30 seconds is over. Did you actually manage to draw something? Yeah? Hold your papers up who have something that you can actually, you are brave, like showing. So, what is there? Like egg? Is it like or pancake or like a? Okay, plate. So, what's this thingy? Okay. Steak. Okay. Okay. So a huge plate, a steak in the middle, 2 veggies, cross shape, and some, what was it? Beans. Herbs. Okay. So let's go here. Okay. Who drew a picture from the side, not from the top? How many drew from the top? The same amount. Awesome. So what we have here? 3D. She's awesome. Like she has 3D. Who has 3D? Totally. Like 2 more. 3. Awesome. 4, 5. 3D guys. Are you designers? Any of you design? Yeah. Yeah. Nice. So we have what we have here. Empty plate with. Okay. So you already ate it. It was so good. You ate it. Again. See, a totally different way of approaching a problem. He already ate what he drew. And you can see it. There's like some crumbles and stuff around there. Who had let's say, who had something more than just a steak and, whoa, you actually wrote the whole story? Oh, nice. A4 paper full of text. So actually, I think he described the whole thing. Again, another way, it's like an example of creative writing. You can, awesome, see, he even drew a logo. Like lots of text and logo, so it's another creative way of approaching a food. It doesn't have to be a picture. It can be text. It can be anything. So what you have? You have? Yeah. Yeah. What do you have on your plate? A plate of sushi. You sushi fan? Awesome. Again, I didn't say which course you have to draw. How many of you had steak? How many of you had vegetables? Okay, nice. Anything else? Did someone have like? Did you have fish? What? Turkey. Morning, nice. Who had fish? One fish. What did you have? Wine. Only wine? Nice. See, like lots of, you actually start to think of different ways. And I really hope that it's like a subconscious thing. Like when before you drew like houses like that, and like and now you draw like food. So mostly I understand like you eat different things, you like different things. But what in Estonia, when I did the same at home with 30 students, of course, they drew the same thing because they eat every day the same thing. Everyone eats the same thing in the school. When I did it to university students, they also drew the same thing because they go to the same pubs and same hipster places. And when I did it to in Estonia to 12 people my age, 35 to up to 40, even they didn't have different things because, like, how many of you are from Lebanon, like locals? See, nice, because your country is so big, you have such variety of foods and stuff. We don't have that. So it's one factor which is a really good, let's say, a starting point for being more creative is like when you have diversity, when you have variety of stuff. So the only thing I just want to quickly finish, as a designer and a huge fan of all things related to creativity, 2 small suggestions to you. If you really care about creativity, if you want to grow your children to be more creative, if you want yourself, if at the work you are required to be more creative, do at least 1 drawing a day, anything. Just start doodling, start doing stuff. You start liking it, your life changes, and if that doesn't work, just eat porridge every morning. Make a volcano, make a crater, make an ocean, whatever else. Thank you.